Hi everyone, it's Shay here. Today I'll be teaching you how to put partitions and pillars on this railing and then float them in the air. So I'm going to be doing this on PS4 controls first and then PC. This was a request from a Reddit user. So we're gonna enter housing, and anything we place on these railings or just near stairs in general will typically have to be placed from storage, and that's really important. They can't be placed from your inventory. So to float this pillar, the easiest way I've found is to just hop right up on the railing. We're gonna grab this pillar out of storage, and for whatever reason, glitches on railings are a lot nicer on controller than PC. I don't know why. I could just be doing something wrong. That's just what I've noticed if you're struggling with it. So I'm going to line this up to where I want it. I'm just going to hit square to bring up the sub menu on PS4 and then click place. And it just goes up there without any fuss, and you can see where it is right there. And we may need to adjust it. So we're going to glitch the two blink glade partitions up here. I'm going to turn grid snap on just to make things easy for ourselves later. And we're just gonna line that up on the railing and then place. So keep in mind it can't be too far forward and it can't be too far back. It's really finicky where it lets you place on the railings. But that is okay. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn grid snap off. And we're actually going to try and line up the two walls together so that we don't have a huge amount of overlap, and it'll still have a smooth blend transitional look without having the partitions have a seizure, basically like glitching in and out of each other. So that's pretty close right there. So I'm just going to sub-command menu in place. Easy. So from here, we're going to be using our stage panel and our Riviera wall shelf combo. We're gonna turn grid snap back on here. We're gonna find the center of that partition that we just got on the railing, and then we're gonna move the stage panel back because we don't want the stage panel itself to be centered. We want the Riviera wall shelf to be underneath it. So we're just gonna it's going to be our place cancel glitch to float ground furnishings. And I'll link the full guides for PC and PS4 in the description of the video in case you didn't understand what was going on in this video. So for the sake of time, I'm going to be glitching things pretty quickly, so I apologize ahead of time. So it's at a good height, so I'm just going to remove the wall shelf and the partition. And I'm going to switch to PC controls. And I'm going to select this rotate option down here at the bottom. And I just use the touchpad on the PS4 controller to do that. Alright, and I just rotated it in the air, so it'll stay. So from here we can just go back to PS4 controls. We're going to try and find the center here too, but part of it's in the wall. So this is kind of guesswork, but it's alright. A lot of design work is just a bunch of guessing. So I'm going to go into first person so you can clearly see what I'm doing. And I like to keep grid snap on. Just so that at the end of this, the stage panels align nicely. think one more ought to do it. Okay, so you can see the stage panels are now aligned pretty evenly, all things considered. But if you accidentally, this is hypothetically speaking, glitch it one notch too high, don't freak out. You don't have to start over. Just put this back in your inventory. And this is where it is right now. We're gonna go one notch below. See, you fixed it. No problem. No fuss, no muss. So now we're gonna open the PC controls again. Rotate should already be pre-selected, and we're gonna rotate it using our L2 and R2 bumpers. Okay. So from here, we're gonna do the same thing to this pillar. And we don't want it too far away from the pillar because the pillar is a really thick furnishing, which means it has a huge, like, I guess what you would call center of gravity in the game. Center of the object, I guess. We're just gonna float it like how we would anything else. So now that it's up in the air a good distance, we're gonna remove those and switch to PC controls. And we're just gonna rotate it. And it doesn't matter how you rotate the glade pillar. It looks the same on all sides, so it's not a big deal. And this is enough so that my character can walk under it. That's kind of more important than anything else. So, from here, we're probably just gonna switch to we're gonna stay in PC controls because I don't know how to use PC controls. This is my life right now. Alright, so we are gonna switch to a keyboard and mouse, and I'm gonna kind of try and show you this on PC, how to get a partition up here and float it. Now, for whatever reason, this tends to be unusually difficult to glitch items up here on the railings when using PC controls, and maybe it's just because of my inexperience. But we're gonna see how it goes today. I did have a lot of troubles with this earlier, so don't freak out if this doesn't work for you. So we're gonna have rotate selected, and we're just gonna open the submenu from here and hit place. Now it might take you a couple of tries to get it exactly where you want it. And as you can see, it's okay if we leave it right there. You may not want it there, so you would have to finagle with it a little bit more. So we're gonna get our stage panel out. We're actually gonna rotate it. And let me try and move the object so that it's more close to the center, not exactly center as I stated before. Alright, so we're gonna grab this. We're gonna hit left click escape. As you can see, it's just gonna move on up. Alright, so I think that's at a good height. It looks aligned on my screen. Actually, let's put away this as well. Excuse me. Game? Okay. Oh, you think it'd be easier with a mouse, right? But we're gonna select this item and we're just gonna rotate it. Let me change my screen so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. So that's how you would start floating it there. Hang on, my mouse is giving me a seizure. Alright. So, you would just do the same thing, continuing on the railing with glitching these up in the air. But to make sure they're gonna stay there, we're just gonna leave the instance. And we're gonna go back in. Okay, so it looks like everything stayed, which is good. And we don't have glitching for these two partitions nearly as bad as I thought we would. So that means it didn't auto-adjust, which is great, because we don't want that. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Keep an eye on my channel for more tutorial videos in the future. Have a nice day, guys.